Put the arms up
All
on
right.
my chair.
I'm ready.
Brr. Welcome, everybody. It's your man, DJ Motorman, here with my brother, DJ Spills,
How we doing?
Sir Flackwood, in the Bahamas or
Yo,
something,
yo.
all the way live from the Bahamas. And we have a special guest today. Our special guest is Will Dzombak.
That's what's up.
He's live from Big Cat Rescue, actually.
Right?
That's
Look
crazy.
at this. Tiger King.
I just took over Big Cat Rescue. Baskin, I took care of her for Joe Exotic. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Someone
he
had to
freed
get it
the
done.
homie.
Someone had to take care
Homie.
of her. Fuck Carol
Right.
Baskins. Oh,
Jeff
that's
Lowe
good.
is next. Fuck him too.
Bruh. I do not like Jeff Lowe, bro. Like, he is the worst.
He
He's
is.
like a
He's
bad
too much of
human
a
being,
smooth
bro.
talker. He's
Yeah.
too smooth, no money.
I don't fool
No
with
money,
him.
just a smooth talker. That's exactly it. That's so funny.
Making all of these moves with no cheese. He need his ass
No
whipped.
cheese. No cheese.
So let's kick this conversation off by giving pan homage to the fact that today marks the 10th year.
Yeah.
10 years. That makes me
Amazing.
feel old as hell.
Amazing, man. Congratulations to the whole squad, man. To all you tailors out there. This Kush OJ, 10 years, man. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
10
Oh, you
years
remember
of
that
Kush and
morning?
OJ.
You remember that
Me
morning?
and you were asleep on the floor.
Barely, because there's been so many blurred nights. But, bro, I do remember that, like, that day, it was just so much going on.
We were at the Gansevoort. Remember, that was like 2 days after I had been sick.
Oh, okay.
I was
Yeah,
going to
see,
say,
you know-
elaborate. Will, elaborate on that Instagram story that you posted. How you guys almost missed the release. Like, give us the info.
We were on the Deal or No Deal tour. It was crazy. I think that was the time we were only getting 2 hotel rooms at that time. Chevy and Wiz were taking the beds.
Yep.
Me and Mo was
Me
on the
and Will
floor.
just figuring it out.
Mhm.
Yeah, we were. Oh man, I remember the other hotels.
Wait. We got to talk about
That
this.
was the worst day ever.
Bro, so we were in Miami, and we were staying
This is
at
the day before, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, where did they stay at?
They stayed at the Gansevoort, and me and Mo were like, we want to explore. We want our own room. But
Facts.
we were both broke as a joke at that time. So we went, and we were like, we're just going to take this shitty hotel room. I don't care what it is. The guy was like, do you want to see it first? We were like, nah. We just gonna
Give
take
it to us.
We went up there. It was horrible. It was so
Bro.
bad. Me and Mo, and that was the summer when you were still up on the hill, and we were doing all that other nonsense. And
Facts.
we were like, we can't even take this. So we put all the money we had left together, which was like $220, and went and got a nice room for a night.
That's great.
But man, that first hotel room, there were rats, roaches.
Bro, so let me go back. So when we get up there and actually look at the room, we get to looking around, and I'm like, no way, bro. There's no way we're staying here. And you was like, man, I don't even know if we can get our money back. And I'm like, bro, we got to get our money back and get the hell out of here. I remember walking down the street, and there was like a hotel, real nice hotel in the cut. It was new. I'm like, how did we miss this? Bro, we got it. Like, we lucked up, but I'm telling you, the hotel we had, I think it had a
Trash.
hole in the floor, dent in the
I think it had
floor or
blood
something.
in the tub.
There was so much going on in that room. I was not staying in there, bro. I was not.
Day.
I was ready
get
to.
back
I was ready
Cushion
to
Orange
jump,
Juice.
dude.
Yeah, back to Kush and
The
OJ.
next day, Mo and I just sucked it up and slept on the floor because we partied all night. And we went to bed like probably 4 or 5 in the morning. The tape was supposed to drop at 11 a.m. 10:48, all of us knocked out still. Sledrin bangs on the door. Finally, he stumps in like, guys, wake up. The tape's about to drop. Wiz lays there for a minute. Then he wakes up. We all get up. He orders orange juice to room service, champagne. We roll 10 doobies. 10:59, Wiz is uploading the tape from his laptop to Dat Piff. Like, done.
That's insane.
That's crazy, bro. Now I remember that vividly. Now
That's
we
legendary.
definitely was tore up. Now speaking of the of Kush and Orange Juice, like, what would you say is one of your, I know this is a question you had, but is what would you say is one of your favorite songs from the tape? And if you could give like a little story behind it.
It's between two. It is We're Done, even though that didn't make it on the DSP version. But I'll never forget when Wiz was riding down Hazelwood Ave, listening to that song for the first time, and it was just like wop wop, like smacking in his subs. I was just like, that's cool, because it's different type of music. That was really cool. And then that day we shot the In the Cut video, solidified that song. Wasn't that a baby shower or something up in Greenfield at Marty
Yes.
Ryan's cousin's house or something?
Yes, and then boys got the jumping off the roof in the pool. I was not doing that. First of all, I can't swim.
You remember Wiz talking to Light about it? He was like, don't do it. And then Light did the standard Light, the listen, cuz, listen.
And he dove right in there. Hey, I thought he was going to hit the bottom for sure.
Yep.
Crazy.
That was a good one, though.
How would you say, Will, that Kush and OJ impacted Wiz's career, like overall? Like, I know it was, he had several projects beforehand, but when that dropped, like, to me, that was the anthem for the summer.
Yeah, so, that whole summer was an anthem. I think there's one project that a lot of people associate one artist with one project, like Nas has Stillmatic and stuff like that. I think Kush and Orange Juice is that for Wiz. Okay. Everyone knows it. It was before his mainstream success, but it was like mainstream without being mainstream.
Right. I agree 100%. That's why I asked that question, because it was such a staple for me as far as being a fan of Wiz's, for sure. It was a summer anthem, absolutely.
Totally. He had momentum because of Deal or No Deal on This Plane, but this took it to like a new level of like, whoa.
Right.
True. Now, how do you think that changed things for you personally? Because you being, his manager and a bunch of other things, like, how did that change things for you once that dropped?
I was tour managing at the time, but it definitely just made it more real, bigger shows, more responsibility, and just more at stake. Because at that time, we were in the discussions with Atlantic and trying to close that deal, and all those types of things, and it just added more pressure, but it was awesome to see all the work we were coming to life. And like every night, I'll never forget like the conversation, Mo, I think it was with you, like when we were driving to some one-off, it was like, I just can't wait till the day where we don't got to even worry if people are going to be at the show or not. Because remember back in the days, it was like, it's either going to be like 2 people or like 150.
Yeah, it was hit or miss.
Like, do we get, we didn't even have to worry if it was sold out before any show at that point. It was like, it's sold out, guaranteed.
Right. No, that's like, crazy. I think that's what makes this 10-year anniversary so special, honestly, is how much of an impact it did have. Now, were you involved, like, were you at the studio at all when he was recording any of this stuff?
Oh yeah, whole time.
That's why he was shouting him out in a lot of them songs.
Exactly, yeah.
When he would shout people out, they'd be there.
Right.
Yep. It was just whoever, looking around, just put a word in there. But yeah, totally.
Oh, that was me in my ear. I thought about
you guys are popping, yo. You guys are popping. Look at y'all. Look at y'all.
So,
but yeah, that was old ID Labs too.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Old
ID Labs. Yeah.
Back in the day.
What do you think?
I ain't never even been to that spot.
Was one of the underrated songs on that tape?
The outro with Nesby Phipps.
Oh yeah.
That's
song
hard.
Is super tight.
Yeah, it is.
Long rips.
Now, around that same time, a lot of other music was being made too. Like when it dropped, a lot of other music was being made. And also, if our memory serves me correctly, the Currency and the Currency and Wiz tape came out after Kush and Orange Juice, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know they were like making Okay, so at least the rolling
Hold
up
on,
song
I'm just
came
gonna
out.
look right now.
Yeah, I'm about to look at the date.
He trying to be a factitious now. So I'm about to look at the date.
August
Yeah.
9th, 2009.
Yeah, that came out before.
Yeah, that came out before.
Okay,
Before.
cool. So it came out before. Damn, that's
Yeah, because
crazy.
this was 2010.
Yeah, because he was on, Spitter was on there, and so was Big Crit. Now, did you
Yeah.
have to facilitate any of these relationships with the artists, or was all of that Wiz at that time?
That was always at that time, and Glass House happened at South by Southwest.
Wow.
I was stressed at that time because Wiz and Spitter were like, we ain't leaving this house until we finish this song. And I'm like, guys, the showcase. And they're like, fuck the showcase, this song. And
How long did it take them to get it done?
nah, we still made it by the, you know them. They were cranking verses out.
Right.
So it was a couple more dubs and that was that.
That's lit.
Yeah, that is
Right.
lit. How about the cover art for Kush OJ? Because that was kind of like there was a lot of samples in the album, and then like that was kind of a sample in and of itself from somebody else.
I ain't even gonna say anything about that cover because Motor can explain that. That comes from Motor, his family,
Really?
his sister, Wiz, who's Wiz's mom. Like that's their background, and that's where Wiz gets that influence. I'll let Motor take that one.
Really?
Well, he was heavy into David Ruffin, so and just old school period.
Right.
Like he found the influence from that David Ruffin album, and the rest was history. I can't remember the exact reason why he picked that one, but it definitely has something to do with like the culture of that old school music because he listened to old school all the damn time. So
I mean, and that goes to show you even recently when we got to go, into his dressing room and he's listening to Michael Jackson before he goes out on stage. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things to where it all clicks. It really does. All comes full circle.
Totally does.
now
Real talkative over there.
Flack, he's at the beach, bro. He's
he's enjoying
Yeah,
the
I know
sun.
you sipping the mimosas and you laid up and there's some shorties next to you.
he
but-
got the Kush
Trying not to
OJ.
get- I'm trying not to get sunburned. Ooh, shit.
He over there getting a tan.
No, that's some. No, that y'all taking me back to some throwback shit though. That Christian, I used to bang that shit, bro. That's before I even knew like any of y'all personally, and like on listening to it from that type shit, that type of side is like, bro. I was a fan all the way. Like Planes was my favorite shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Planes was my favorite shit from day one. I feel like that need to come back out. Like y'all came out with that other shit and remastered it. Come back out with that Planes.
I actually pre-ordered the Kush OJ vinyl because I need that for sure. I'm excited for it.
Hell yeah, I need it too.
You can actually speak on the remastered version. So you said like the one song didn't make it. How was it? Like, was it a struggle getting all of that music, put out on all platforms?
Nah, Rostrum assisted with that one. They put that play together. So, some of the artists some people just don't like the content of what Wiz is saying. So they just don't clear it based on the content for no other reason. But yeah, I can't take credit for that because a lot of that was the Rostrum team.
Oh, okay.
And y'all had to switch a couple beats around as well, right?
Yeah, that's what Mo was talking about. Some of those
okay.
samples didn't get cleared.
Okay.
That was kind of a kick in the balls because no one loves the remixes as much as the OG, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah,
They still slap.
Absolutely. No, they still do.
Yeah, they do.
No, that is, and the cut's legendary. That song is legendary.
Frou, I was talking to Mo off camera, and it was like that was one of the songs back in the day. Growing up in Deep Creek behind my wakeboard, I'm listening to Fru's "Let It Go." You know what I mean? Like and
sneaking, smoking.
Yeah,
Trying to get
and
your ass beat.
next thing you know, fucking Wiz samples it. I'm like, whoa, what the? It's.
I don't even know what sample.
Yeah, it's wild. Definitely wild.
His sneaking, smoking, trying to get his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying?
Now, can you tell another story, if you could, about the time around Kush and OJ drop? Because the one I was telling off air was just about how we lived in that Sprinter van, and we played.
Oh
We
yeah.
played that. We played that mixtape for everyone. Like everyone we met, we played it for, and we listened to it like religiously. So
Man,
maybe a story that you remember, you could tell.
what were some good stories around that time? What the fuck were we doing?
You was one of the drivers, weren't you?
Yeah, me and Big Leonard.
Oh wow.
Bro, that driving, I commend you, because we all be
As
sleeping there and everything. Blow, like,
So Will's
I was
tour.
burning like a motherfucker.
Will's tour
I got a
manager
story. I
was
remember.
driving. Oh
Do
shit.
you remember in Fort Lauderdale when we went swimming in the pool at the W, and it was just me, you, and Wiz and Chevy that jumped in, and then we went down to the ocean, and that's the first time Chevy ever jumped into the ocean. He said, "Hey, yo, Wiz!" He was like, "Oh shit, my phone, my wallet, my keys, they're all in my pocket."
I remember that. Yeah, I definitely remember
shit.
that.
I don't
That
know.
was
That
funny
was
as
Deal or
heck.
No Deal tour, but we were definitely listening to Kush and Orange Juice at that time. That
Yeah.
and there's 10 million Bonix sleeping stories. Bonix, you'd be smoking with him, and then he'd just be like,
Yeah.
"Are you awake or not?" I'm like, "No, I'm up." He'd be like,
Yeah. Okay.
remember how big his glasses were, and they were like a little tinted, so you couldn't
back in the
really
day.
see him?
Yeah, facts.
That's crazy.
Being
He
Kush
could ghost
Club.
you because you couldn't tell if he was asleep or awake all the way. Bruh,
That's too funny.
the Fort Lauderdale story is funny too, because it was like we were like right down the street from the venue, weren't we?
Yep.
So I remember damn, wait, that video of him working out, wasn't that the same time? Or was
Nah,
that a
we was in a
different
bus
time?
then. That was
Oh yeah.
That was
That
the
was a
Campus
couple years
Consciousness
later.
tour with Big Sean.
Yeah.
Remember? Because after that day, Mo, that was that 21-hour bus ride with Rusty. Remember? Because
Oh
like 2 days
yeah.
before Bust Me a Turkey had happened, and then he was just tired of us. So after that Alabama show, he's like, "We can either stop or just drive 21 straight." And you know us, we were all like, 21 straight, go. When you get to that hour 12, 13 of the bus ride, and like you can't smoke yourself retarded anymore, you're like, it's worse than this quarantine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. You be
No,
looking
that's-
around on the bus for something to do. Boy, you be
Anything to
doing
eat is
anything.
some bullshit that you bought at fucking Sunoco.
right.
Like
Facts.
absolute dog shit. Ramen noodles, cereal. And then, not to be like a spoiled little bitch, but then you try to open the fridge and get something out and everything just shakes and falls on the floor.
Hey yo, I know exactly
That
what you're
would
talking
suck
about.
for it.
That
That would fucking
facts.
suck.
That's insane. Were you guys filming day-to-days at that time too, though?
Oh yeah, Day to Day started in 2007.
Right, I knew that,
Wiz
but I didn't know if
started
they
filming those
continued.
himself with the flip cam.
That's crazy, yeah.
Damn.
Because I mean, Kush and OJ, when it dropped, it was the trending topic on Twitter. You know, it was that was the thing going around. Kush and OJ.
100%.
We was on the road.
That's crazy, man.
Yep.
So
definitely-
when we came back from that tour, where was I'm
That's
trying
when
to
we
think.
lived together.
Okay. So when we came back, that's when he just got the Challenger.
That's when
No, the
yeah.
Challenger was the bus tour, right?
so my senior year of college was Deal or No Deal tour.
Okay.
It dropped. Kush and Orange Juice dropped my senior year, but that's when I remember when I was doing it all online and you guys helped me write the papers.
Yeah.
We'd have group discussions about what should I write here. But and then right after we was on tour for like 7 months until like the middle of July that summer. That's when me and you moved into the bakery.
Right. But I'm trying to think. So when we moved into the bakery, that's when did he get the Challenger before?
Right at the end of the Deal or No Deal tour.
Okay. All right. Bet. Because I was like, I know we filmed Mesmerized at
Chop.
home. He
Yeah,
came
yeah, he
home
had
and
the
we did like
trailer.
a
That
few
was after
videos.
Deal or No Deal tour,
That's
like
a bitch.
on at the end of Deal or No Deal tour, which was like May, because that's when we did those 3 little van tours with the white van,
Mhm.
not the Sprinter.
Yes. I think when we started the van tour, I had just came off of like my thumb surgery. So I had that little thumb cast on.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Biggest
But
mistake
you
I ever made as tour manager, man. I wish I would have just strapped a fucking a trailer onto one of those vans. We would have had so much more room.
Hell
true.
yeah.
Because
We're
we was
sticking the
in there
merch
cramped with the
in the
merch.
fucking van.
All the equipment's right in the back seat. That's the
That's
bomb.
Idiots.
Bro, everything was in there. Our
That's crazy.
clothes. If we'd had the trailer,
It's
we could
like-
have our clothes in there too.
We would have been
You know, he
living
had
if we had a
so much
fucking
stuff.
trailer.
Facts,
We'd have been.
facts,
Man,
I wish I knew how to
sleeping
drive a
on
van
boxes
with a
and shit.
bro. Everything.
Crazy.
Now, you
Playing Tetris in that
remember
motherfucker.
when we filmed Mesmerized? I remember that day we had woke up and we was like driving around with like a bong and and a big ass bottle of Bombay in the car. Bro, we were reckless.
That's lit.
And we drove from the crib to Hazelwood and literally smoking a bong in the car and drinking Bombay.
Yes.
Where were you at that day?
Me?
You came down, I think, like, but you didn't ride with us, obviously.
I was in the grandpa car. Remember my
Oh yeah, I remember that car. I remember that
Ooh,
one.
Oldsmobile
Wait.
88.
That grandpa
88?
car.
Wow.
Bro,
Wow.
that's funny as heck.
That's
I'm
fucking
trying to think
hilarious.
about I just thought I had a random thought about another night that's off topic. But can you speak about the Pretty Kitty, bro, with Never Been?
Hey, I was about to ask, is that Nate? Is he the bartender?
No, that was Lido.
Oh,
that was Freeze.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I mean, they're related, so it makes sense.
I don't think Nate was here for that video.
I don't
he was still
either,
in.
but I saw a clip real fast, and for some reason I was like, is that Nate?
Bruh, I was trying to see
was
all of the characters that was in there. Like, damn, I mean, obviously we see Tolly walk in. A bunch of the homies from Hazelwood was in it.
Who was the stripper?
I forget her name.
Me too.
I forget her name. I remembered her because funny
I
story
remember
about
her.
her.
remember.
She got too drunk. And she had like some Henny or something. We was in the whip and Wiz took her Henny and threw it out the window. And she was hot.
Damn.
And you remember when motherfuckers started jumping down the fire pole in there? I'm gonna call it a fire pole instead of a stripper pole because it went through the hole. Like it went like
all
from
the way down.
different floors to different floors.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like in a little private room upstairs. You could just go up, come out. So was that place an old firehouse or they just built that in there? I
That
don't
would
know.
be an old shit shack. I don't know.
Fuck Carol Baskins.
Yeah, seriously. It was Carol Baskin's place.
That place was dangerous. Shit. So
Hey Mo,
10
I was
years.
gonna
Go
say
ahead.
10. I was gonna say 10 years. Like,
That's a long ass time, dog.
It is a long ass time, man. Like, first off, again, congratulations to y'all for being a part of this shit. And second off, like, is there any other stories or things that really stuck out to you at this point with Kush OJ?
I got a question. I want to know how many people have this.
Oh wow,
Big Cat Rescue.
I know, right? Look at that.
Somebody was in jail.
Sanctuary.
What is it?
Ooh.
Wow.
What is that?
Hard
A CD?
copies.
Hard copy.
The hell is that?
That's
I
the
got
hard
that.
copy of
Oh.
OJ.
Is that like burnt? Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the real deal.
that's the real deal. That's how it was sold back then.
Deal, the real deal.
Wow, man.
Very exclusive.
That is.
Swear.
That's fantastic.
Put an autograph on that. That's get some
Well,
money
the
for that.
vinyl is now available online.
Yep. Make sure you go buy that vinyl. It's crucial. It's a pivotal piece of history for Wiz's career. Absolutely. Hey, Will, before we wrap things up, I was going to ask you, man, with all this COVID stuff going on, is there any advice you can give to like up and coming artists or DJs to like, you know, maybe a direction to go or something that they can do to create an avenue for themselves?
There's a book called, and Mo knows, I preach this book.
Oh,
I
yes.
think I told you about this book, Spills.
Yes, you have.
All you need to know about the music industry, the 10th edition by Donald Passman. If you haven't read it, read it. Take the time now and read it. If you're like, oh, I'm too busy, you're lying because there's nothing to do and you don't take it seriously. I always say someone wouldn't, you know, go and try and sell scrap metal without knowing how to sell scrap metal. Why are people going to try and sell music without knowing how to sell music and how to get your money out of it? You know, it's if you don't educate yourself on your craft, you know. So for anyone is like, how do you monetize on your business better than just doing the standard stuff? You know?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm preaching
No,
right now.
No, that's why I bring that
good.
question up, because this is a perfect time for this discussion. I mean, look at Live Nation. They lost $1.8 billion in a matter of a day.
Damn.
Over this stuff. So, I mean, as far as the entertainment industry, for you, what do you see for the future of it? Like, do you see, you know, maybe August we're getting back to normal? What are you thinking?
I think it's going to be a little longer than that. You know, I think it might, you know, I think things are going to come back in waves and it's going to go, you know, you can be around a group of 50 people and bars are limited to this and that. And, you know, it'll be gradual. I think I think sporting events are going to start without fans.
Mm-hmm.
And I think also, you know, before they put, you know, 18, 25,000 people together, there's going to need to be a vaccine before, you know, and that's, you know, unfortunately that everyone's going to have to adjust to, but they got to use this time to educate and learn how people are monetizing better. You know, there's so many internet and digital companies that are making a lot of money on streams and content. Like, if you don't know how to make money on that, figure it the fuck out.
No, right.
Thanks.
Absolutely. No, 100%.
This is the time.
This is the time. Absolutely. We have nothing but time, man. And I appreciate your time with us. It means a lot. And congrats on the 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah. Facts.
Like,
Yeah,
you got any smoking questions for Will?
Yeah.
Kush OJ.
Yeah. No, Cushion. I was about to say,
Punch, right?
hell yeah, I do.
All right, so you're
Fuck-
not a real
fuck
smoker.
paper.
Come on with your smoke questions.
Backwoods only. Blackwood.
Y'all was smoking blunts at one. I know I remember y'all smoked a blunt before.
Yeah,
Don't do
I
me
was
like
young
that.
and dumb, and I grew up.
It was
Hey,
Swishers
Keith
only.
smoke big blunts.
Swishers
Swish-
only.
That's what made y'all stop smoking blunts. Swishers taste like shit. Swishers is I would stop smoking blunts if I
Don't
smoked
you
a
be
Swisher.
coughing up little brown shit, and don't say you don't, because I know you do. That's blunts. That doesn't happen with doobies and bongs, because that's clean
Like-
smoke. You
I
smoking
was
a
gonna ask you from how did the KK come about? Could you get some secret to that? Like how did that actually come about?
So Mo remembers way back in the day when we went to San Francisco, Wiz was friends with Mr. Fab because Mr. Fab had jumped on the Boarding Pass remix.
Yes, he did.
And when we got out there, Wiz was like, I need some smoke. And Mr. Fab was like, well, let me introduce you to my boy Burner. He's got the best weed.
Okay.
And the rest is history. They had a massive bromance immediately.
It's amazing.
Somebody told us, I think, when we pulled up that, like, he was in the Weed Bible, and then they showed us the Weed Bible. Or I think Burner might have showed us the Weed Bible.
I don't know. I remember remember his first smoke shop?
When we pulled up, we went in there, and
and there were people just everywhere just smoking weed. We were like, what?
Yeah, what is this?
Now
It
can
was
you,
like a bodega. You came in there, you could try the weed, smell it, everything.
on a scale of 1 to 10, how ratchet was this spot though? Like,
It was like classy ratchet.
It might have been.
It was the first of its time.
Okay.
Facts.
I
Like, when you
never
come in-
didn't feel safe. I felt safe
Right.
the whole time.
Okay.
Right,
Great.
right.
It was just like, you know how like have you ever been to a dispensary in Pittsburgh? Like when you get around real weird, like when you get into like real stonery weed things, like there's every alien on the whole planet is there. You know what I mean? Like
There's some weird people there. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's one thing about like Wiz and him being so in the weed culture is that he, we've seen all walks of life at our shows. Like like every nationality, every
the
skin
old
color,
motherfuckers
every
there.
age demo from fucking 80 years old to fucking 4. Black, white, purple, Asian, Mexican, South American, European, Russian, Middle Eastern, South African, everything.
Under the
Bro,
sun.
do you remember how entertained we were about the people that came in and smoked while we were in there? Like we was cracking jokes. Like people was coming in. Remember the old dude came in and rolled. He was like, "Oh, he got his sack." He came in, rolled his sack up. We was like, "Yo, this is crazy." They had the bar. You was trying weed at the bar. It was.
We were like
totally
think
new.
about like weed is so different even now for like what it was then. Then it was like in Pittsburgh, you're going to fucking jail for some weed.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So to get out there and to see some shit like that was nuts because like now it's like, oh, they got dispensaries and yada yada, and it's way more lax. Back then was like, fuck you, you fucking ignorant fuck, smoking weed on everything, little pieces of shit.
Right.
Yeah,
If you're not
yeah,
smoking
shit
weed,
at all.
it's a fucking yes.
And then to walk in, like I said, to walk into a place like that where it's like just a store on the street and everyone's just in there smoking weed, hitting bongs, we were all like,
this is that's
right.
nuts.
Somebody's going to jail.
Yeah.
That's how it was, bro. That was crazy.
That's
Well,
crazy.
hey man, we running out of time, but I appreciate you. We appreciate you for sitting down with us to talk about it, reminisce.
Absolutely.
You made me think about a whole bunch of other funny stuff now.
We're gonna have stories for days in our Bird Boys chat because this will continue. Facts for sure.
Ain't got shit but time.
That's right. That's right.
Quarantine,
Go,
like you on the beach, so like I know you about to go get cracking, so like we're all
he's gonna smoke 3 backwoods and find a bitch in a bikini.
My leg.
Look at him.
You gonna order. Your mimosa been taking dumb long.
I swear. Man,
I told him to hold it. I told him I'm on this little Skype call. Businessman, let me chill out. Chill out. Shannon Sharp here too.
Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp here.
You guys drinking
dude,
Henny?
it looks like that W in Fort Lauderdale.
Facts.
You drinking the Henny?
This is a real picture I took. I was in Fort Lauderdale. I took it when I was in Fort Lauderdale. This is a real picture. Y'all hating on my cheat code. Look, the walls right. Look, holy shit.
Hey man, well before this joint cut off, I want to say thank you again, man, and we'll definitely be in touch soon. We'll let you know when this joint is done and everything.
Hell yeah! All right,
whenever we get off
for having me, guys.
Hey man, Will, peace, blessings to you, man.
Hell yeah, bro.
Fuck Carol Baskins, bro.
Keep rescuing them cats.
Keep
cover your coughs, cover your sneezes.
Kush OJ.